The following program is brought to you by NLTV, the People's Platform.
Welcome to the campus of Kamehameha Hawaii High School in Keau. A little bit of a wet Keau. Nonetheless, my name is J.E. Orozco, and alongside Juan Espinal, we are here for BIIF Division II semifinal football action. Boy, oh boy, and if you were with us last week, we had a little precipitation as we traveled to Kohala to watch Waiakea defeat the Cowboys by a score of 8-7. Here to tell us a little bit more, my partner in crime here, Juan Espinal. Good evening, Juan.
Hey, thanks a lot, J.E. I really appreciate it. You know, we came in and we saw quite a barn burner last week between the Cowboys and the Warriors. We saw it at 0-0 at the half, actually. Real hard-fought battle in the trenches, but a big touchdown was thrown by number one, the quarterback, Kaua Reyes, on the third quarter. Cowboys thought they were going to go ahead and take the whole game, but the Waiakea Warriors came up with a big play of their own in the fourth quarter and put themselves in scoring territory. Now, this was the big decision, J.E., because with the game on the line, they actually went ahead for 2-point conversion, successfully converting it, putting them up 8-7. The Cowboys had one last shot looking at pay dirt, but unfortunately, due to that weather you were talking about, that ball was slick as a pig, and it got past the running back's hands. He fumbled it on their last opportunity, putting the Warriors able to go ahead and run out the clock and take that game. Soaked all the way through, and I got a chance to talk to Coach Hashida after, just right before this game here, and he was mentioning how he found out about this game on Monday. Big opportunity for him to see if they can go ahead and take the underdog victory against this number one ranked Kamehameha Schools.
1 versus 4 we have for you tonight. So looking forward to that. Now, I want to make mention, if you look at the field, there is no track. Okay, they're redoing the track here at BIIF Stadium, rather, on the campus of Kamehameha Hawaii. And due to that, the entire season, they're 5-5 on the season, 5 wins, 5 losses. They had to travel to Nanakuli, and when I say travel, they had to travel for the remaining 8 games. They have not had a home game all season, save this one, and this one was a special request because it's senior night. They wanted their seniors to at least have one ball game on their home turf. That's why we're here, but there you go. 10 games, Road Warriors. They are the Warriors of the road, to be sure. So congratulations to Coach Wengler, able to get them to this point, and that is semifinal championship action. So here we go. They've had the coin toss, and it'll be the Kohala Cowboys in the white road uniforms doing the kicking. And we'll get underway in just a few. Had a little bit of precipitation earlier. It wasn't torrential downpour. It was just a semi-dusting, a blessing, some people would call it, for this senior night for Kamehameha. We'll see if it all comes to fruition by way of a victory. But the rain has seemed to stop now. We're hoping that it'll continue that way throughout the course of the evening. All right, here we go. It is J.E. on the bench on NLTV. Thank you very much for tuning in. However you may be tuning in via channel 54 on Spectra Cable or via the internet at naleo.tv. All right, there is the opening kickoff. Be taken at about the 20 or make the 19-yard line. And they will start up at their own 40-yard line. That'll be Kamehameha. They're the number 1 seed versus the number 4 seed, Kohala Cowboys. All right, something unusual about this QB for Kamehameha.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, you got to know, J.E., that they're going to be going back and forth. They've got one quarterback who's a freshman,
Right.
and that's Kahekili Makekau.
Yep.
And they've got a junior quarterback that they'll also be playing. That's Chance Ka'ua Long. Now, we're going to see, we're looking at the freshman now.
Yep. They'll go right to the air. Big one. It'll be incomplete. Boy, I thought that was an opportunity, but a very nice pass to be sure from Kahekili, but pass goes for naught on the opening possession.
I'll tell you what, J.E. Now they're saying that he's one of the youngest players on this team, and he came out and was ready to sling it from the get-go. That pass was right on the button, but due to that defensive pressure, he just couldn't bring it in.
Back to the air again he goes. Fired it. Nice arm. Oh! Caught at the 30. 10-5. Touchdown. 11:37 just underway here. And Kahekili, I'm not sure who was the number of the receiver there. Kealohi, number 1, with the reception. Caught it at the 30, and boy, caught him in stride. That's the thing about it.
Oh, yeah. No, that was a lot of yards after the catch right there to punch it in for a touchdown at 11 minutes and 37 seconds left in the first quarter. These Warriors have come to show on their first game back on their home field.
Instantaneous, boy. 2 plays and in for the score. Starting off quick here. Having a little trouble with seeing what they're going to do for the extra point. Looks like they're going to go for 2.
Oh.
It'll be a run to the right side, and he'll go in. No problem at all. That'll be number 30, Kaikoa Nobriga.
With a misdirect snap right there and just punched it in for 2. We're looking at 8-0 for the Warriors against the Cowboys.
11:37. Second play from scrimmage. Boy, that was they were at their own 40. He threw it to the 30. Wow.
A 60-yard play right there, J.E. It's a big swing. Big swing.
Plus 2-point conversion. Good. And the Warriors, on their first possession of the evening, score on the second play. All right, Kohala coming up with their first possession of the evening. Nobriga also does the kicking chores.
Sure does. Lining up with the rest of his Warriors there. Cowboys are ready for the reception here. We're going to see if they can go ahead and bring it back and put some yardage on here on their first possession of the game.
Got a little bit of that moisture coming down again. Just short kicks, a little pooch punt. Boy, tried to take advantage of it, but nonetheless, Kohala ready for it, and they will down the ball at about the 40-yard line, their first possession of the evening. So 1 possession for Kamehameha, 1 score. We'll see if the Cowboys can answer. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention to each and every one of you out there, happy Halloween.
Ooh. Spooky season. That's right, J.E. And as you say that, these rains do seem to be coming back.
And here it comes again there. All right. Rays just goes up the middle, a short gain. Not much going on there. I got my own game within a game, seeing if I can keep the paper as dry as it can during the course of the ball game. Here we go. Second down, call it 8 yards for the Cowboys. Ray's under center. Oh, no, he's in the shotgun. There's a movement. It'll be a free play, but no, they'll call it before the play gets underway. It'll be a 5-yard penalty. And they'll set up
Oh, yeah.
shop, make it short now, second and probably about 3 or so.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. They're moving that defense back right there.
Oh! Called it on Kohala.
Wow.
So somebody moved there. That'll bring it back beyond the original line of scrimmage, and it'll bring up second, and we'll call it 8. No, I'm sorry, 8. Call it second and 11. Reyes goes back to pass. Looking, and he'll be brought down. The first sack of the night. So a sack.
And, you know, we saw last week we saw Reyes bust out some big runs when he didn't see any options down the field. But on this first time here trying to drop back and pass, looks like the Warriors really saw that coming. Maybe they studied some of that tape
maybe so.
and they kind of expected that, anticipated, and we're seeing a loss on that play.
About a yard or so makes it 3rd and 15. Reyes back in the shotgun formation. He'll hand it off. He'll try the left side, breaks a couple of tackles, but it's just beyond the original line of scrimmage. Bring up 4th down and long, punting situation for the Cowboys. So Kohala will drop back number 13. I'm sorry, the Warriors, rather. Number 13 coming up to have a go at receiving the punt. Maui. Kamehameha. There's a kick, low kick, a nice kick. Ooh-wee!
Cowboy bounce.
Takes a, Kohala, and they will down it. What a kick that is, all the way down to about the 2-yard line. Gee whiz, they kicked it from their own 40. So what we got there, John?
Wow. Looks like the 3-yard line. Now, that's when you're going to see special teams make a big difference, when we're seeing those transitions and trying to see where the field position lies. Warriors got a big open field ahead of them. Looks like 97 yards they got to go before they hit another touchdown.
So Kahili brings his charges to the line of scrimmage. Oh, shotgun, he'll hand it off. Safe play right up the middle. Get a couple of yards.
Whoa.
That's probably not good.
They're still working. Now I'll tell you, the Warriors are still working with Kahekili Makekau. That time he handed it off right up the middle, trying to get a couple yards, and it looks like they just got right back to the line of scrimmage.
So they're still first down, so he'll take the snap. Again, go to the air, got a man open. Oh, but he's not able to connect on that one. Down about the 35-yard line. That's number 7.
Now, I'll tell you what, J.E., it's not easy to throw a pass while you're in your own end zone. That's hard work for anybody out there on the field today.
All right, still deep in their own territory, second down. They'll hand it off, try the right side. He'll go up the middle. Oh, almost enough for a first down, not quite enough. Bring up a third down, look for them to have another run here. So they've been going to the air. That'll be the second run of the evening for themselves. So 3rd and 2. Man in motion comes to the near side. Second. It'll be a pitch. They'll try the right side, or the left side, rather. Will it be enough for a first down?
No, sir. Cowboys sealed that edge up. Oh, wait a minute.
Yep.
We're seeing those
They're
sticks
saying,
move.
Yep, so
We're
they
seeing
did get
those
the
sticks
first
move.
down.
Just enough for a first down, J.E. Wow.
First down of the evening for them. Again, they'll go to the run. Try the left side again and get the edge. Gets to the edge. Breaks her for about an 11-yard run. So the second first down of this first quarter. Bang, big, tough run there, but he'll still gain about 3, maybe 4. Brings up second down.
You know, and he got those yards because he kept his feet chopping after that initial point of contact. I mean, you heard the pads slam, and he just kept on moving.
All the way up here.
That's right. Speaking of all the way up here, we're seeing the rain starting to come down again.
A little heavier this time. They'll go to the air. Kahikili changes his mind. No. Yes, he will tuck it and run. Go out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. And that may be enough for another first down. Will they give it to him? No, they're going to say he was just short of that first down marker. So it'll bring up third down, call it 2 yards. So another run for the Warriors. Oh, I'm not sure if this paper's going to make it. Again, a run to the right side this time, and I still believe, he got enough for another first down. It'll be the third first down.
I'll tell you what, the Cowboys are playing with some real intensity, though. He put him down to bed at the end of that play, and it is looking like the Warriors are really marching down the field. That's their third first down in this drive.
Again, only their second possession as well. So,
and if you're just checking in, they've already up 8-0.
Here they go. Kahikili looking. Oh, under pressure, and here come the Cowboys with their own sack. First sack of the night for the Cowboys.
Look. Yeah, Aiden Pasco in there on that on the inside move to just stop the quarterback right in his tracks.
Loss at 10. They'll try the left side, trying to get to the corner, but good pursuit from the Kohala Cowboy defense.
And I'll tell you, J.E., I caught up with Coach, like I said, I caught up with Coach Yoshida in the beginning of this game here, and what he was most proud of was the trenches, the line game. So we're going to see if they can hold strong right here in the third down.
Third down and 5. He'll go to the air one more time, lets it fly. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver, number 7. And that will be Cole Walker.
That number 14, Kuokalani Kahalioimi, man, he just sniffed it out, was angle of pursuit right on it, and interrupted that play. We've been seeing some big passes from that freshman quarterback.
He's
over
got
there.
an arm there for sure.
Kahekili Makekau. We're going to see what we can see in the rest of this game here.
There's a snap. He'll get the kick away, and it'll drop at about the 40-yard line. Take a Kamehameha bounce, and finally get down at about the 22-yard line. This will be the second possession for the Cowboys this evening.
If you ask me, J.E., that was a big stop for the Cowboys right there. And that was on the backs of that big punt that took a Cowboy roll all the way to the 3-yard line. It was just a little bit too much for the Warriors to make it all the way down. They had a 60-yard pass earlier in this game to get ahead and get their first touchdown, but they were unable to make any sort of scoring attempts on that drive. Now we're going to see what the Cowboys have as they go the other way.
Rays in the shotgun formation, 2 wideouts to the near side, 1 to the far side. Take the snap. Hands it off. They'll try the middle of it, but nothing doing there on that run. Sticking with the run game. So no gain, 2nd and 10 for the Cowboys. Again, tonight, also Honoka'a is hosting the Hawaii Preparatory Academy Kamakani, and the winner will take on the winner of this ball game at a site to be determined. All right, here we go. Reyes again, his team trailing 8-0. They'll hand it off one more time. They'll bounce it off the middle to the left or the right side, and he'll gain some positive yards.
He's bouncy out there. Aizen Yamamoto Perez. Yeah. I mean, he's moving. He's not just staying in the middle there. He's trying to find an outlet and try and get loose. If he gets on that edge, we might see a big, big play right there from that senior.
He's a workhorse, and for sure we saw quite a bit of him last week at their home field there in Kohala. Race, one more handoff. They're sticking with that run game. Gets to the corner. It looks like he may have enough for a first down. We'll wait to see where the officials mark it. No, I'm not sure. No, he's going to be fourth and about, call it 4.
And this is a big decision right here. We got 3 minutes left in the first quarter. You're already seeing the Warriors up 8-0, and you got to think that every scoring opportunity is going to matter in this game.
They are kicking this one away. And the kick is away. Oh, short kick. In fact, it goes out of bounds. I think they're going to be short of, maybe just beyond. They'll get to the 49-yard line of Kamehameha. The kick goes out of bounds, so that's where the Warriors will take over. Now 2 minutes and 39 seconds left in the first quarter.
And this is a dangerous moment here, because the last time we saw the Warriors here, which was their first drive, they actually ended up throwing the ball all the way. We had a huge 60-yard play, and they saw a touchdown. So we're going to see if we can replicate that here.
Kahikili doing the honors. He'll hand it off, though. This is be a run up the middle. He'll break 1 tackle, 2 tackles, and get enough on the run for a first down.
Isaac Aurello. Big run, moving those chains, moving those feet, getting about, looks like 25 yards unofficially on that run. Whew.
Once again, it'll be a second handoff. 1 tackle, and then it drags 1 tackler inside the 15-yard line.
That's a patient runner right there. That's a running back who's waiting for his opportunity. He's breaking down, and he's making movements across the field and making the defenders miss.
I'll hand it off. Try the middle one more time. This time the Kohala defense says, no, not this time. Second, and call it 9, the gain of 1 yard on the run.
And unofficially, this is actually the Warriors' first time in the red zone. We're going to see if they can pull off another scoring opportunity here.
They'll go to the air. Caught. Breaks a tackle and in for the touchdown.
What a connection there on that touchdown. That was actually to their quarterback, Chance Ka'oa Long. The senior took it in, made the defender miss, and went ahead for a touchdown. Score is currently 14-0 in the way of the Warriors.
So a TD pass. And they will go for 2 once again. Right side, and not this time. It's just a scrum now. Who's going to push that scrum? And no good on the two-point conversion. 6 points.
Now, J.E., that was actually Kamehameha Warriors' second two-point conversion opportunity right there. The first one, they punched it in, but that second opportunity was held up by the Cowboys. The score is still 14-0. Cowboys are a bit behind, but they're back on the field. Looks like they're ready for the kickoff.
They got to do some answering here pretty soon, as you can't afford to get too far down here. One thing that we haven't seen is even though the precipitation is what it is, hasn't been any slipping or any balls slipping out of their hands, that type of thing.
Not yet.
So Kamehameha with sporting the 14-point lead here at Paea Stadium in Keau, looking to advance to the BIIF Division II Championship next week. Okay, they're waiting. It needed one more additional player. Get him out there. Kick bounces at that 25, goes through his legs. He'll pick it up at about the 5. And it will go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So the Cowboys definitely got their work cut out for them. Trailing 14-0, have yet not been able to get anything substantial by way of offense.
No, we've seen a few running opportunities. We've seen some busted pass opportunities, but we just haven't seen that big play yet from the Cowboys.
Unofficially, just 5 runs for their offense this evening. Have yet to go to the air. Rays. QB, he'll hand it off. No, he'll keep it, go around the left side. Gets the corner and maybe gets their first down of the evening. We'll have to wait to see. And that will be the case, their first down of the evening.
That's right. They're moving those chains, moving down the field. It's a big opportunity for the Cowboys at the end of the first quarter.
And let me correct myself. They had 2 first downs in the first quarter. This is their first of the second quarter. First and 10 from their own 15, or 25 rather. Handoff up the middle. Good hole there. He'll get a gain of about 7, maybe 8. Sticking with the run game.
You know, it's hard to think that they're going to try anything different. You know, maybe the ball wasn't affecting them before, but as this rain keeps falling, we got to think that there's going to be some slippery situations they're going to have to be dealing with.
Trevor Vanberg to the near side. Got Yamamoto Perez, the lone running back. Perez takes a snap, hands it off to Perez. Perez will, he'll try the middle, then bounce it back over to the left side, get some positive yardage. It'll bring up 3rd down, call it 3, maybe 4.
Tell you what, this Kamehameha Schools defense is tough. They've been putting the Cowboys in a difficult situation all evening so far, and it's just making it hard. We're talking about long downs all the way to 3rd down, 4th down. So we'll see what can happen here on the 3rd down in about 2 yards.
All right, here they come. Before they can do that, the officials want to talk things over. That is the end
That's right. The end of the first quarter right
Oh, the
there.
first
yeah,
quarter.
now we're digging
Now
into
we're in
the
the
second
second
quarter. That's
quarter.
right. That's right.
I was a little ahead of myself there. So 3 first downs for the Cowboys in that first quarter. Hot dog it in the paper. Starts to deteriorate before my eyes in this rain.
You know,
All
if you
right.
were just looking at first downs, though, these teams aren't that far off. I think we're seeing about 3 to 4 first downs for the Warriors as well. But the difference here is that the Warriors have been able to bring it all the way down the field and get those points on the board. It's already 14-0. There was a big 60-yard pass in the first moments of the game. In the first 5 minutes of the game, we saw that big pass coming, and then we saw them run it all the way down the field with a big run all the way up the middle. So we're seeing a lot of different plays. We're seeing a big playbook from our coaches here on the Kamehameha side, and I gotta say, it looks like they're kind of tripping up our Cowboys and making them work all evening, J.E.
Whole lot of work going on there, man. Here we go. A change of direction for the Cowboys. Let's see if that holds anything for them by way of success. So 3rd down. See if they can get another first down. Looking to make it 5 first downs. And there'll be a little movement there. That one should go against Kamehameha unless.
Oh, and that does move the chains for the Cowboys. A little bit of laundry on the field in the name of the Warriors there, and we're seeing those 5 yards moving forward enough for another first down. First one of the second quarter for the Cowboys.
Oh. There we go.
Tiras Perez there took the ball up the middle. Didn't get too many yards there, but definitely a lot of activity, and we're seeing them waking up the defense. We'll see if they can keep up with these running backs that they're throwing at them.
2nd down and 10. Kohala with their ball. Their 4th possession of this first half. There's a snap. Handoff up the middle. He'll get some good positive yardage there. Gain of about maybe 3. Bring up 3rd, and we'll call it 6.
These 3rd down situations are just real tough, especially when you got 6 to 8 yards to go. Looks like they're staying on the ground, so we're going to see if we see Reyes go to the air on this one. It's in the shotgun, J.E.
Here we go. Let's see if they go to the air. They have yet to do it. This evening, it's all been run, run, run for the Cowboys. Nope, they'll stick with it. Try up the middle. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. It brings up 4th down. And they will punt the ball away. Steady rain coming down here in Keau.
As it turns out, that wasn't just a blessing earlier. It seems like we sure are getting some good old-fashioned football rain on this Friday for playoff football.
There's a kick. Pretty good one this time. Bounces at the 30. Takes a Kohala bounce all the way down to the 10-yard line. That's where they will set up shop, that is, for the Kamehameha Hawaii Warriors.
That's the 2nd time they've pinned the Warriors back with a big punt on a Cowboy roll. So something's going their way on special teams. We're going to see if the Warriors are successful this time. Looks like they got about 85 yards to go down the field.
Kamehameha straight up the middle. Conservative play there. Sporting a 14-point lead. You don't want anything bad to happen, especially in the weather that we've got going on now. Second down after the run. 2nd and 8. Kahikili hands it off. It'll be Enriquez right up the middle. And he will carry it for a couple of yards. Brings up 3rd and short. Call it 2, maybe a yard and a half.
Enriquez. It's a 220-pound sophomore right there.
Yeah, boy. They tell me he runs hard. One more time to Enriquez. Enriquez breaks 2 tackles, gets the first down.
They're moving those chains. That was definitely
Another
a
first down.
When you get all that moving and going, that is a hard boy to bring down right there. There's a lot of energy chugging in those legs.
Kahikili, he was looking to go to the air. Now he changes his mind. Tries to juke one guy, and he's saying, no, not going to happen to me. He'll get tackled. Short gain. Brings up 2nd and 5. Kahikili, he'll hand it off to Enriquez. Enriquez, he'll get met just beyond the line of scrimmage and thrown down by number 53 for the Cowboys.
That's Aiden Pasco. He's been holding it down in that middle and is not letting big runs make their way through him.
There's a handoff. This time, wait a minute.
Wow. Some misdirection on that play. He actually held on to it right there. And you see, that's where things are going. We got a few quarterbacks in there. We got some misdirect snaps. The Warriors are working with a lot of weapons here, but it is 4th down. Looks like they're putting the punt team on the field because that was just another unsuccessful attempt. Cowboys are pinning them back, and they're getting the ball back. We're looking at 7 minutes left in the 2nd quarter.
Kyle Canedo, number 5, deep back, along with one other Cowboy. I can't make his number out from our vantage point here. Steady rain, though, boy. It's been coming down pretty good for a good period of time there. There's a kick. Bounces, takes a Kohala bounce back to the 37-yard line. That'll be at the 37-yard line, and that's where the Cowboys will take over. Unofficially on their 5th possession of the half. No score for them.
You know, and this is a real underdog game right here. The Cowboys are number 4. The Warriors are ranked number 1. And you can even look at the sidelines. We're looking at 21 active players for the Cowboys and 56 active players on the roster for the Warriors. So it's a real big school feel going on here in Cal.
All right. Kyle Reyes, QB for Cowboys. Takes a snap. He'll hand it off. They'll go up the middle with Yamamoto Perez. Again, just to remind you, this is the only game the Kamehameha Warriors have had on this field this season. All the rest of the games have been on the road. Right. He'll give the handoff again. Nothing doing this time for Yamamoto Perez. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
You know, tried hard, but that just collapsed right in the middle, and they took him down. Looks like not even a yard on that attempt. It's 3rd down, which is a tough place for the Cowboys lately.
I tell you, back to that whole conversation about on the road. They even played Hilo 1 week, then off a week, and then played them again the following week at Wong Stadium. I'll give you a little bit more about that after this play here. Third down and 9. He'll go back to pass. He'll go to the air this time. Oh, not able to get it to come in. That'll be number 7. But the basically back-to-back games there against Hilo. The second one was deemed a home game for Kamehameha. So they were able to bring Stan Atkins, their announcer, took over the concession stands. The money went to Kamehameha that night, but they said, boy, was it a hassle. Yeah, you can imagine the logistics to get all that from one place to another. But nonetheless, once they get this track done, which, by the way, is going to be in the color blue, they'll be ready to go again. There's the kick from Kohala. Nice kick. Fielded at the 25. He's at the 30, 35, 40. He's at the 50. Still on his feet. 40, 30, 25. Touchdown. Oh, but whoa, Nelly. Yes. Flag on the field.
Oh, took away that big. This might take away that big run from Tanoa Toa Muscat.
How you gonna act? Oh my gosh! What an excellent run, though.
Oh,
so they're talking things over,
having a little committee meeting.
Oh, so they'll bring it all back. Spot of the foul, and then 10 yards from there.
Block in the back. I'll tell you what, some of these penalties have been really adding up against the Warriors. They're still up 14-0, but that would have been another scoring opportunity that's wiped off the board right there.
4:56 and counting left in this first half, trailing 14-0. The Cowboys. Here they come again. Enriquez. Hard running, another first down. So nearing the 10 first down number. Speculated, that is, because I don't have any paperwork in the wetness that we've got going on here. There we go. Kahekili, look at the pass. Now changes his mind. Going to go ahead and run. Oh, and he gets hit hard. Oh, and they will call a roughing the passer penalty as he gave himself up with the slide, and you're not supposed to hit them when they slide like that.
You know, I know that was roughing the passer, but Kahekili kind of came in with some energy. It kind of looked like passer roughing the defender right there, if you ask me.
When you slide like that, you're giving yourself up, quote unquote. So
yeah, you got to move out. You got to move out of the way.
Avoid tackling.
That's right. That's a tough moment for the Cowboys. They thought they brought it back. They thought that they just got a moment, and then they gave up a first down in a pivotal moment in the second quarter.
So it's a handoff right up the middle. Dallas Enriquez, he'll cut it to the near side. Down the sideline he goes still. He'll get knocked out of bounds, not before he gets inside the 15-yard line. What are they going to have? About the 13-yard line. Wow. So the Warriors knocking on the door again.
Back in the red zone.
14-0.
Tiptoeing down the sideline. I thought he was going to punch that one in. They're bringing him out for a small rest.
Time now. And it'll be Kahekili on his own.
No.
Oh.
Wait a minute. That's Chance.
Chance.
The other quarterback.
Yeah.
The junior option for the Warriors right there. Little misdirection and went ahead and took it in himself. It's 20-0. In the favor of the Kamehameha Warriors.
He told us that they have interchangeable quarterbacks, and you'd see both of them playing. tonight, and sure enough, they utilize him there to their best advantage as he'll trot on in for the TD, increasing their lead to 20. They'll go for 2 again. Two-point conversion here. There's a snap. They'll go to the right side, and it is good. Number 14.
Waiolu Konanui.
Senior, correct? 44 is the running back with the TD.
We're being told here that it's Tiva Sanchez, the senior, putting it in. They're definitely trying to celebrate senior night in style here in Paea
Our
Field.
cameraman, Thane Milhoen, that is his grandson's Kumu son. There you go. We got it together there. So he gets his chance in the limelight there, scores a touchdown on his senior night. Congratulations to him. Chances are he'll see that somewhere in his wedding video whenever he gets married.
That's Tiva Sanchez.
4:19 left in the first half. Kamehameha having their way with the Cowboys of Kohala this evening. Kohala's going like 2 weeks in a row playing in the rain. We're not used to that kind of thing. It'll bounce at the 20. Picked up. Makes a spin. Finally brought down at about the 35-yard line. Yeah, that'll be the case, 35.
Oh, yeah, the rain is steadily coming down. That's going to definitely affect our coaches' decisions. We are probably going to be seeing this ball on the ground more often than not. We did see a big pass from our Warriors in the first quarter, but then they went ahead, punched it in 2 more times on the ground, and we're seeing the score 22-0 with 4 minutes left in the second quarter of this first round of the Big Island Interscholastic Football Playoffs.
Here they come. Kohala desperately trying to get something, some positive things to happen on their side of the ball here. Reyes, a low snap. He'll hand it off. He'll go to the right side. Good swarming defense for the Warriors of Kamehameha. All right, second down and 8. Call it 9, rather.
Sure feels like 9.
I would imagine they feel that way, too.
Mm-hmm.
Been some tough sledding here for them. To the air they go. No good. Pass incomplete. Into the receiver down at about the 40-yard line of Kamehameha, rather.
And that was our first big pass we saw going downfield. We've seen some short passes from Kaua Reyes, but that was the first time we saw him go for a few extra yards down the field, and it definitely seemed to make the defense stand up a little bit more. It was incomplete, so we're looking at 3rd down right now.
So 3rd and 9. Cowboys desperately trying to get something positive, as we mentioned, going here. Reyes pressured, tucking and running. He'll get some about 5 yards. He'll bring up 4th down and call it about 3.
These are some tough decisions the Cowboys are going to have to make here. We're looking at just 3 minutes left in this quarter. We're down by 3 possessions in this game, and that really just makes you have to start to hold on to that ball a little bit more and try and make the most of it. It does look like they're going to punt it away again, so really looking for field position.
And, boy, that had good amount of that. Again, a bounce. He'll catch it on the second bounce. Cuts back to the right, to the left, and finally drug down. 2:27 left in this first half.
Now, the last time the Warriors had a punt return there, they almost brought it back for a touchdown. It was brought back by a flag, blocking the back. So sometimes these penalties are really affecting these teams in pivotal moments. We're going to see if we see any more of that or if we see some more strict football from both sides.
Yeah, that's probably about the only negative thing that's gone for Kamehameha. He'll go to the air again. Lets it fly. Caught in the middle. Wide open. Breaks it. 2 tackles. Touchdown. Oh, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
I think he thought he...
Chasten Wong
He
brought
stopped
it all the
at
way
the
in.
1 yard line.
He sure did. I wonder if that's a strategy to try and run out the clock here, but we definitely saw him break a big run. We're seeing a few flags on the field and see what the referees decide.
Not quite sure why he went down at the 1 yard line, but he did so. But they threw a flag. Why would you throw a flag? So first down nonetheless, first and goal.
Oh, yeah, they picked up that flag.
Yeah. Sure, maybe he was using it as a marker. Nonetheless, first and goal from the 1, leading 22-0. Here comes Kamehameha looking to add on to their bevy of riches. And that'll be the case. Touchdown. 2:11 left in the first half. Domination here. 28 with the 2-point conversion to come.
Oh, yeah.
Got an injury.
That's right. We
out
got a Cowboy down right now, so we're going to give them an opportunity to give some medical attention right there. Warriors did go ahead and put it into the end zone again. Looks like it's 28-0, and they've really been having their way on the field. You know, some big passes, but also a lot of runs coming up the middle.
How that all goes. Well, again, the winner of tonight's ball game, should Kamehameha win, which everything points in that direction at this current time, even though it's only nearing halftime, Kamehameha would host the championship game, being the highest seed. But even then, they're not able to play it here at Paea Stadium. They would move on over a mile and a half or so over to Keao Cougar Stadium, and that's where they would play the winner of Honoka'a and HBM, which is going on even as we speak.
Mm-hmm. And this right here, like you mentioned earlier, is a rare treat this season to be seeing football in Paea Stadium because they have not had an opportunity to play here all season. It's a big night. It's senior night. They're honoring 16 active seniors on their roster, and you got to think that they're playing with that same intensity and same heart to honor this field.
There you go, man. Looking forward to when that track is complete. Always some very nice facilities here for a perennial championship school here. If you ever wondered about championships, all you got to do is go to their gymnasium and look up on the above the bleachers there. You'll see all the banners there. Here's a 2-point conversion. No, not this time. number 2 for the Kohala Cowboys. Says, no, not right now. You can have some stuff, but you're not having everything.
No, that was a big hit. Then they took them down. You know, they've been having their way in the middle there, but they just were not having it. The Cowboys were not letting them take those 2 points. It's 28-0 in favor of the Warriors.
Sheldon and Cheta Aupuk.
He's been stuffing up that middle all day.
So 2-11, 28-0. Kamehameha Senior Night going all their way currently. I want to remind you, NLTV, we've got lots of great programming for you to enjoy. Everything from learning how to paint with rockwood. We've got our coulda, shoulda, woulda sports podcasts, NFL style. There's cooking with Audrey Wilson, just to name a few. Check it out for yourself. Just go to naleo.tv and have a look-see of all the different great programming we've got in store for you. All right, as I mentioned, just a little over 2 minutes left in the first half. Kohala trailing big here. Another kick. This one will be taken at the 25, at the 30, and be brought down at about the 26-yard line. Or make that the 24-yard line.
There's some good fielding the ball right there from Canieto. It's a hard ball to hold on to, but he tried to bring up as many yards as he could. Looks like they're starting at the 23-yard line, so got a big field ahead of them before the Cowboys can make their way to the red zone.
All right, they're talking some things over.
You know, there's only 2 minutes left in this quarter, so you got to start to think that that clock is going to matter to the Cowboys.
All right, that second half, yeah, they got some woes in store for them. Unless they can get something going, man. Just got to have a few plays that go their way to get some positive momentum. There's a run right up the middle. Short gain, second down. So Kohala gets charged with their first timeout.
Talking it over. 2 minutes left.
Go on over and see what they've got in store for themselves. I want to remind you, we'll be covering Big Island Interscholastic Federation boys and girls basketball. That'll be coming up in a couple of weeks here in the month of November coming up, as well as soccer. And we're still looking at the possibility for paddling, which is a BIIF sport, as well as wrestling and swimming. Stay tuned for Naleo TV to find out more about all that. All right, back to the football action here on a Friday night on the campus of Kamehameha Hawaii High School. J.E. Orozco along with Juan Espanol. Here we go, Juan. To the air. Caught. He'll try to change directions, and not such a good idea as he will be dropped for a loss. Nonetheless, trying to make it happen, but that's some very quick defense for Kamehameha. Shut that one down pretty doggone quick. He'll lose yardage. Brings up 3rd and 14.
That was a tough pass right there. Kind of looked like a duck in the air, and that's a hard one to handle. Tried to bring it back on the close side of the field, but it just was not having it. We're looking at 3rd down and about 14, so this is some real uphill battles for the Cowboys at the end of the second quarter.
Got a couple of more plays for this first half. Clock continuing to run. He'll go to the, nope. He'll be tackled for a sack. Unofficially a 3rd sack of the night for him. Brings up 4th down. Kamehameha may be thinking, hey, we might have an opportunity to score one more time. We've got 55 seconds left. Get that ball back. Kahikili pass.
You know, you got to think that if they do get this opportunity and they do punch it in, that could be a real difficult mountain for the Cowboys to climb after that. I mean, you're looking at a 4-possession game already, and they've had a hard time getting any sort of traction. We've only seen a handful of first downs from the Cowboys, and the Warriors are really starting to show why they're ranked #1 here.
And you know, the thing about the Warriors, okay, we already mentioned about their road games, but they played Hilo. They played Kealakahe. They played Konawaina, big Division I powerhouses, okay? That in itself is a feat. You're not going to win a whole bunch of those ball games, but you're going to be able to put your players in position to compete against better athletes, and that's what you want, so they can feel where they're at compared to others, a little bit better than themselves. There's a snap, high one. Get the punt off. I didn't even see where the ball was.
Ping ball right there in the middle. It seemed like it even came off the ref. We got some laundry on the field, some flags going off from the referees. They got a few discussions they got to have.
Hey, got a little bit of guys going after each other. Number 57 and number 50 for the Cowboys. Little extracurricular activity as they headed down the field.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It is Halloween, so it seems like there's some extra trick-or-treating happening on the field there, and it's going to be accosting the Warriors a little bit.
So a 15-yarder against Kamehameha on the play. They'll take things over at their own 45-yard line. 47 seconds left in this first half. Kahikile goes to the air, caught on the run. Dallas Enriquez, or was it? Is that number 18? Yes.
Yeah, that's Enriquez right there. You could tell by the way he's running.
Oh no, number 19.
That's right. Yeah, he's moving that ball, and he went for some big yards after the catch. It took a lot of Cowboys to take him down.
But the nice thing, that pass was on target, caught him in stride. Just keep him going, get that yards, that yards after catch. He'll roll to his left. That's a fly just over the head of the DB and one other receiver, but goes for naught. Ball goes out of bounds. 28 seconds left in this first half.
He had a hand on it. Kahikili on target.
Second down and 10. That rain has not stopped. It's been a bit of a drizzle, but nonetheless, it just continues. Has not abated since pretty much the middle of the second quarter. But as I mentioned, doesn't seem to be having an effect on the handling of the football this evening. Second down. Kahikili back to pass. Lets it fly into the end zone. Good defensive play.
But there's a flag on the field back at the line of scrimmage.
Kyle
holding
Canedo
him on the offense.
Seems like he would decline that and just get him to third down now.
Oh, that would definitely be some strategy right there. We're going to see what they decide.
I don't think so. I think they're going to go ahead and so second down now and call it 20 from the Cowboy 39-yard line. Kahikili again with the pass. Catches him in stride, but he not able to keep his feet. hits the turf. Clock stops with 14.8 seconds left. Kamehameha really wants to talk about May. Let's see if we can get this scoring touchdown pass on this next play. So be looking for that. That's my opinion. What do you think is going to happen?
Yeah, well, I'm seeing a lot of excellent route running out there, and it's the difference because it's giving the quarterback the opportunity to hit his targets in stride. If he didn't tumble over right there, we may have already seen a touchdown
I'll have
again
to
on the
agree
board
with
right
you
there.
on that, yeah.
I mean, these guys are playing like real experts. You got to believe that this is why the Warriors are ranked #1 in Division II BIIF football. Man, this is what it's all about.
And again, when I talked with Coach Wingler back on, I believe it was Thursday, he was mentioning that he was getting a lot of his players back who had been injured and such. So you want that rather to happen in the playoffs, and it's showing its wares here right now. He'll go to the air. Oh, gets hit as he tries to throw. No good. It'll be fourth down. 10 seconds left. They'll try it one more time. Why not?
I'll tell you what, though, it's dangerous when that pocket collapses like that and your quarterback doesn't have many options. I mean, we're still talking about a freshman out there. So the decisions he make, it affects the whole team. He got it out of his hands there, but this is a fourth down opportunity with just a few yards to go and 10 seconds on the
Here
clock.
we go. Should be the final play of the first half. He'll go to the air. Caught. Touchdown, I think, yes. 3.7 seconds left in the first half, and they turned it into a rout, that's for sure.
And it was all about just keeping moving even after that initial contact. I think he got punched in at around the 3-yard line and fell forward into the end zone. And we see another touchdown for the Warriors here on senior night.
Trying to tack on 2 more to make it 36. Cowboy defense seeing if they can just stop him here, have a few things that they can hang their hat over his head. Not able to advance it on the extra point. So no good on the 2-point conversion. 3.7 seconds left in the first half. Kamehameha. Whew. Domination here on senior night. 34-0.
I will say, though, that is one of the few things that the Warriors seem to have to tighten up a little bit is the conversion at the end of a touchdown. We've seen just about half the time they've been punching it in for 2, and they've also been affected a little bit by a few penalties. But overall, we are seeing the Warriors have their way with the Cowboys, and it is looking like a tough second half slodge for the Cowboys coming out of the locker room there.
And I'll tell you what, these Cowboys have had a rough go of it tonight, but it's been tough again with the numbers that they've got. A lot of guys going both ways, and your opponent has some good platoon players. Nonetheless, Cowboys get set to return this kick. Boy, that's a nice kick all the way down to the 5-yard line. And it'll be down. That'll be the end of the first half. 34 for Kamehameha. 0. Boy, just a multitude of ways to score. Running, passing.
That's right, and we've seen some big passes. We've seen some big runs. We've seen them bring it all the way up to the goal line and punch it in with some of their seniors. And the Warriors seem to have a whole series of weapons as they're considering going down the field. They got the first downs, moving the chains, and they're putting the points on the board, which is important in a game like this. You get one chance in the playoffs, and they're showing that they are willing to do what it takes to get the W. It's 34-0 for the Kamehameha Warriors.
All right, it's a 10-minute halftime. We're going to take a break and get dried off just a little bit and be back with more action. Again, you're at halftime, 34-0, Kamehameha leading the Kohala Cowboys Division II semifinal championship.
We've had rain steadily falling here in KL for this first round of the BIIF Football Playoffs, Division II. Pretty exciting game. Warriors making their way.
If you're a Kamehameha fan,
Well,
pretty exciting game.
That's right.
If you're a Kohala fan, you're going like, gosh, darn, where are we tonight? But nonetheless, and again, something that you said earlier in the evening, and the fact that they didn't even know they had a game until Monday. So in my head, you're going, I'm already, as far as playing the game ended 8-7 against Waikea. You ended the ball game, everybody, hey, it was a good season and stuff. And then you go home thinking, okay, that was it for me. And then Monday you come in and, hey, guess what? We're going to continue to play. We're going to practice one more week and such. That's got to have an effect on you. So,
and to add on a little bit more to their mindset for the Cowboys, I mean, 15 of their players are seniors. So you got to think that after last week's senior night game against Waikea, they must have thought that their football days were over. So for them to suit back up, tie their cleats up, and get here for this big game in Paea Stadium, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
We haven't seen them be able to rise to that occasion just yet. We've seen a lot of big plays from the Warriors. They've been able to do it in the air. They've been able to do it on the ground with 30-yard runs, 60-yard passes, and this has been the difference in this game. They've been able to put it into the end zone. It's 34-0 for the Warriors.
and again, when we speak of that, wow, to be a ball player and knowing, okay, yeah, that I thought this was my last ball game. Now I got one more. So tonight you're getting beat 34-0. As a team, you're trying, hey, we're not going to get up there no goose egg. Okay, we got to get some kind of points here. So I believe that's what you're going to be seeing here for the rest of the ball game, and that is them trying to get on that board at least to show that, yes, we were here. We did make some things happen.
And we're being informed by our amazing camera crew here that we might even be dealing with another aspect of the football game, which is the wind. We've seen rain all first half, but we're starting to see some wind pick up as well. So we'll see if that affects any of the passing opportunities or if we see the ball on the ground just a little bit more.
Now, I don't have a GPS on me, but it sure feels like this is coming from the west. The wind from the west, which is very unusual. Here we are on the leeward, the windward side. You always expect it to be coming from the east, but nope, hitting our backs here.
Well, you know, as you mentioned earlier, it is Halloween night.
Crazy things happen, boy.
Anything can be expected here, and you got to think that these kids on the Warriors side are having a good time. It's quite a difference to come out of the tunnel and know that your team is up 34-0. We've been informed by our staff that they will be activating the mercy rule. Even though it's not 35-0, it is going to be activated at this time. You're going to see the clock running more often, and that's going to possibly give even less opportunities for the Cowboys to claw back and try and win in this big playoff game. Now, the winner of this game will be playing the winner of HPA and Honoka'a, which is happening as we speak.
And the score?
28-0 in favor of Honoka'a. So we might be seeing our next playoff game unfolding right before us. You got to think that these coaches are tuning up their quarterbacks. They're tuning up their running backs. They're trying to give their seniors an opportunity to punch it in here and there so that they can celebrate and feel good going into the Big Island Championship.
And I believe that's what we saw in the latter parts of the first half when it was just a minute left, and yet they were still trying to score. Hey, how many opportunities do we have real game experience? Again, the other team is trying to stop you as best as can. It's not practice where your teammate, your friend is on the other side. This is actual game film, game type of situation. So, yeah, let's practice on making these touchdowns.
We've seen no quit from either team. I mean, we even saw the Warriors put in one last touchdown with 3 seconds left on the second quarter. So these boys are playing from bell to bell. We're getting ready for the kickoff here. It's going towards the Cowboys. They're coming up the field. The rain is clearing out, but the wind is just starting to pick up, and we'll see if that affects any of the gameplay here.
Rain stops, but the wind kicks in. Yeah,
That's football.
no rain to speak of now. Look down on the snow. All right, here we go. Second half kickoff.
Low.
Bounces at the 20, taken at the 15. They go up the middle. Try the right side. Finally drugged down at about the 30-yard line. So Kohala's first possession of this second half. So there you go. Kohala trying to get things moving here. 30-yard lines where they'll start up. Kyle raise. Takes a snap. This time they'll look to go to the air, but nope, he's got no time and is sacked again. Unofficially, that's the 4th sack. Number 44, one more time.
Tiva Sanchez. He punched it in earlier for a 2-point conversion, and we're seeing that he made a big stop right there. Pardon, we've been informed Teva Sanchez. Thank you very much from our amazing crew.
Second down, loss of about 2 yards. Up the middle, they try. Third and 10 from the 30-yard line, their own 30. Third down. Who will raise? They're having a little communication problem out there. What's going on there? All right, the referee gives the start the clock. Handoff up the middle one more time. Nothing doing there. It'll bring up fourth down on the early.
Now, that was the Cowboys' first possession of this half, and they just were not able to get a first down. Looks like they're going to punt it away.
Now send back the lone punt returner back. He'll set up shop at about the 30-yard line. Waiting the punt from the Cowboys. Gets it off. Short punt. Oh, but it hits him.
It's a scrum. It's a scrum, J.E.
That could have been a gift there for the Cowboys, but it does fall into the hands of Kamehameha Warriors. So this is their first possession of the second half. That is the Kamehameha Warriors. Having a great time this evening as they're scoring a multitude of ways, but some very good hard running by Enriquez, as well as some pretty good passing by Kahikili.
Yeah, their first. It off.
To the air again they go. Completion. And he'll gain about 8 yards on the pass play. Brings it up second and short. Second and 2. This is just where you want to be as an offense. Keep that defense guessing on their heels. Is it going to be a run? Is it going to be a pass? Oh, this one will be a run. It'll be a first down. Plus some. Plus some. Plus some. Plus some. Plus touchdown.
Isaac Orello kept cutting, kept shifting, and brought it about 50 yards into the end zone for another Warrior touchdown.
Not sure what's wrong with the clock there. I thought they were going to have the running clock. For sure they're going to have it now, but the clock has stopped at 7:26.
You know, we're going to see here because we saw that the Warriors punched in about half of their two-point conversions in the first half. We're going to see if they're able to have a little bit more success in the second half. Looks like they're dialing it in coming up for the next playoff game.
Oh, high snap. They'll go to the right side behind some good blocking. And no go on the two-point conversion. So Kohala say you're not going to get too many of those two-pointers. They got the first one. That's been it since then. So that's a positive side of things for the Cowboys. We're not going to give you everything. You're going to have to earn it. And it strikes me as odd, frankly, in the fact that Kamehameha does not have an extra point. Think now. Keep trying our two-point conversions there.
But you got to think that having a kicker would give them another asset, another opportunity to put some points on the board. It hasn't affected them negatively here in this game because the Cowboys have been unable to put any points on the board. But looking ahead towards the playoff,
game, boy. All right. This was a short one. Taking it about the 25. He'll cut. Man, major hit there and flag. Personal foul.
Yeah, Canieto took him down real hard right there. And you might think that may have been unnecessary roughness at that point.
Oh, a blindside block. You got an unprotected player there. You can't do the blindside block on him anymore. That's a no-no. So that'll give the Cowboys a little extra umph. $7:15 and counting here in the third quarter. 40-0. Kamehameha having their way with the Cowboys of Kohala. Handoff right up the middle. He jukes one, but is immediately brought down by the safety of the Warriors.
Some positive yards, though. But at this point, the Cowboys have to think that the clock is their biggest enemy. I mean, we're looking at 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter, and they're down by about 6 possessions here. So you got to think that every opportunity matters.
Again, they're just trying to get on the scoreboard. Don't go home without any points. Hands it off. Tries to get through that part of the Warrior defense. Not able to do so. He'll lose about a yard. Come up 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, that's Yamamoto Perez. He's been bouncing around, but he just has not been able to find that big play that he was able to last week. So we're going to see it's 3rd down for the Cowboys. First possession this half.
2 wideouts to the far side, 2 to the near side. The lone running back is Perez. Race looks to go to the air, lets it fly. Intercepted with a bevy of blockers, but he'll be knocked out of bounds, but not before they get back into Kohala territory, about the 42, maybe 43-yard line. Looks to be the 42.
Maui Kammerer read that, and now it's going the other way.
And you know, that's really the only turnover we've had in the course of the ball game. And you would think with the weather the way it is, you'd have a lot of fumbles, but nope, our first turnover, and that is an INT. They'll go to the air right away. Bubble screen on the right side. Dances around, still moving. Finally brought down by the safety and the quarterback for the Cowboys, but not before he gets another first down.
And some. I mean, they're finding a seam, and they're moving those chains. That is impressive.
Again, shotgun snap, bubble screen to the left side. This one looks pretty good as well. Still on his feet, and he'll get down inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal. It'll be a handoff. Oh, he'll get switched around. Still shy of the goal line. It'll bring up 2nd down and call it a yard.
This is their first opportunity in the red zone for the second half. You know, they've made a big play earlier to put some points on the board. And we're going to see if they can make it happen here with just about 4 yards to get to the touchdown.
So Kamehameha calls timeout. They want to talk things over.
Yeah, that clock.
Punch it in.
That's right. No, that clock was moving just a little bit too quickly for the Warriors. They must have looked over and said, we want to try something just a little bit different, you know. Packed house here today, J.E. Warriors everywhere. Even the Cowboys came out. I mean, this is some Big Island playoff football right here. And you love the feel of it. You hear the cheerleaders going. You hear the drums going. And these Warriors are definitely here to celebrate their first official home game here
game,
on
yeah.
senior night.
And, well, they're having a good time, that's for sure.
No. We're,
All right, here they go. Second and goal. They'll go to the air.
not having it.
Nope.
Third down.
Third and goal. Touchdown. Kamehameha. All right, again, they'll go for two. .46. Zip.
Oh, they're running Dallas Enriquez on the field. You might think they're going to give it to him.
So unofficially, they're like 1 for 5. And this time they get in. 2-point conversion, good. Makes it 48.
They gave it to the senior, Owen Pyrus, right there. He had to bobble that that snap. It didn't stop him. He handled it and brought it right up the middle for a successful 2-point conversion. It's 48-0.
Oh, boy.
Now, due to the weather, we did have to shut down our ambient mic just a little bit, so you might not be catching this, but I can assure you that the Kamehameha side is lively. They are just having a blast here on senior night, and it's a tough sight for our Cowboys here who drove all the way over for this big playoff game, and their team just has not been able to put any points on the board yet. Here's a new opportunity here. We're going to see how the kickoff goes, and if they're able to get the yardage they need to go home with at least a few points, J.E.
That's what they're looking for, to get on the board. Some shape, form, or fashion. However they can do it, just get her done. One thing for sure, this kicker is getting a lot of work in, and that's a pretty good one. Back all the way to the 5-yard line. And they'll tackle him just beyond the 20-yard line.
With some gusto. I mean, came up behind him and took him down behind the 20-yard line right there.
So 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line.
And if you're just tuning in and you're wondering how we got to this point by 48-0, well, it really is a multitude of ways. I mean, we've seen the Warriors work through the air with some big passes. We've seen them have some big runs.
But mainly it's just been some good offense. They've been able to put it together against this Honoka'a team. Reyes will hand it off. They'll try the middle again. They've been using that same play quite a bit, not able to get anything going.
Now it's just been officially mentioned to us now that you mentioned Honoka'a. Their game over in HPA has come to a close in the 4th quarter, and the winner of this game will be playing Honoka'a. They just took the game 35-0. And if this stays the way it is right here, it looks like they're going to be playing the Kamehameha Warriors next week.
That's most assuredly so. Ray is trying to get his team on the scoreboard. That's all we want to do is show we were here in the playoffs. Not able to get that one off. Short pass. Brings up 3rd down and 11. Boy, with 15 seniors leaving that Kohala team, boy, they got to really look for the next group of athletes coming in to make it happen.
They got no juniors. They've only got 6 seniors and 4 freshmen active on the roster. So you got to think that Coach Ishida's definitely going to be going back to the drawing board after this season and try and come up next season with as much as they possibly can.
Be looking for some big old Kohala country boys. Interception, the second one of the evening for Reyes. Flag comes in late.
Number 5, Paliko Nakor, just took it out of the air. That was a goose flying around, and he picked it out of the air and is now taking it the other way. That's the second interception today, just this half for the Cowboys. So it's a tough evening. The rain is coming back, and it's also spelling some real difficult situations for our Cowboys.
So the ball was fumbled on the interception returned and recovered by Kohala. So Kohala gets a fresh set of downs.
Just a little further back.
Move backward.
That's right.
But they'll start things off again, this time inside the 10 at the, looks to be about the 8, maybe 9-yard line.
A fumble after the interception. This is some wild play on Halloween night.
And that'll be the end of the third quarter. 48 for the Warriors of Kamehameha, Hawaii. 0 for Kohala Cowboys. Just not able to get it going here this evening. Rough night for the Cowboys.
From the get-go, this was a hard battle, an underdog story. Unfortunately, it looks like the underdog has not been able to come out on top. I mean, it's been difficult for the Cowboys to get any sort of success, whether it's running, whether it's throwing. I mean, you've seen a few moments here on special teams or on a transition moment where they've been able to get a little glimmer, a little opportunity. We're going to see if this is enough, but they're still going to have to move the ball 90 yards.
Wow.
They're down quite a few possessions here. We're looking at the fourth quarter. This is still playoff football, so anything can happen.
Now, I have to disagree with you, Juan. I think this one is pretty much over. It's a 48. There's no way that Kohala is going to be able to come back from this one. But again, what they're looking to do, and I know those seniors, how many? We had 15.
That's right. Actually,
they want to score. They want to have, hey, my last ball game, we did not get washed out, so to speak. We've got to make some points here. That's what they really want to do. Want to go out and say, hey, in that last quarter, we did some damage there. Now, obviously, for Kamehameha, you're going to see them putting in a lot of different players who maybe have not been able to play that much. But they've got the opportunity here. There's Kohala. Again, the run up the middle, that's been their bread and butter play. But unfortunately, that bread has been kind of stale, and that butter's not been as good either.
No, sir. Yeah, that's right. It definitely not as much success on the ground. And every time they've been trying to drop back and pass, it looks like they've been intercepted or interrupted in some capacity. So you might be right about this one. This could go the Warriors' way. I'm not ready to put it in the books.
You're not ready
just
to put it
yet.
Wow.
There is a whole quarter to play. We're at 11 minutes and 30 seconds left. And like I said before, this is playoff football, J.E.
Juan, you're wearing rose-colored glasses. I'm just telling you, okay, because There's no way that Kohala is going to be able to do anything of that sort. Again, interception number 3. And there you go. And did he make it in? Interception number 3. Why? Because they know he's going to pass trying to get something big to happen. So everything points, yeah.
That is a tough goal for Reyes right there. You know, drop back.
One.
Yeah, third interception. It seems like the Warriors just they're getting the best of them, and they definitely seem like they're going to be putting this one away. I'm starting to work my way towards your understanding of this game, and I'm thinking that if the Warriors can put this one in there, this might be their ball game.
I'll bring in one more player.
They got to have 11.
High snap. He comes in late, but he dashes in for the touchdown. Number 23.
Bo Fontes, a new person touching the ball right there. Definitely seems like they're getting some reps with some new players.
Fresh
trying
legs,
to,
boy.
yeah.
You saw him. I mean, he's quick out there.
Oh, we're being informed here that they're bringing up their JV players here on senior night. So
get an opportunity to get some experience.
Yeah, it makes a difference in the long run, you know.
54 with a chance to make it 56 with the 2-point conversion. All right, tight formation. He's under center. No, he's in a shotgun. But he'll take it. Up. Not able to get that one to go in. So unofficially 2 out of 7 2-pointers. Something along those lines.
Yeah, definitely seems like they don't have a close range kicking game here. We'll see if that affects them moving forward in the playoffs.
So 10-10 left in the ball game. Kohala in the first half 1 interception. In the second half, they've had 2 additional interceptions and not able to make any penetration into Kamehameha territory in this second half. That was a little bit of a squibber. Boy, that was almost an onside kick by way of mistake, but a good play for Kohala, number 7, who did the right thing and recovered it. It was a live ball. Kamehameha could have had it there at the Kohala 29-yard line, but they'll take over. 9 minutes and 45 seconds and counting left in the ball game here at Kamehameha Paea Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Referees get somewhat of a drier ball. So Reyes and his crew of Cowboys seeing if they can make a little magic happen here and get on that board. Handoff up the middle.
You got to think that they're going to keep going towards their key player there. They're going to keep trying to run it up the middle. It hasn't had much success, but they're definitely trying. They're punching it up. And when I spoke to Coach Hashida earlier, he said his trenches were dialed in, but I just haven't seen that success yet.
And
tonight.
again, with the size of their squad, I mean, these players are going both ways. A lot more than the Kamehameha side, but nonetheless, yeah, it's telling here, especially in the conditions that they're having to play in as well. He'll go to the air. Not able to get that one complete. Boy, that was a quick one. He got the ball and it was out of his hands quick, trying to get it out of there.
And if you're just tuning in now, streaming or live on Naleo TV, and you're wondering why that clock is still running, well, the mercy rule has been activated. The Warriors have had their way all night, and since the second half has started, that clock is going to keep on moving, and the Cowboys get even less opportunities to score.
Third down. Call it 12. Ray's looking over. Takes the snap. Lets it fly on a pass. Got his man. Caught him.
Yeah, there's a flag on the field.
Gonna be roughing the passer.
Yeah. Something extracurricular in the backfield right there. The refs did not like the look of that at all.
So Kohala will remain with the ball on that third down. Get 15 yards via the flag and move to the 44-yard line. Their own 44. 7:46 left.
Now, penalties have been really the only way that the Cowboys have been able to move the ball, and it's definitely coming on their last few opportunities to try and get some points on the board.
Rain coming down at a more steady clip now. Reyes lets it, hands it off, goes right up the middle. He'll gain a little bit of yards. Brings up second and call it 8. All right, Kohala trying to get something to go. This time he'll fake the pass and decide to run. Gets hit hard, boy, by 2 Kamehameha Warriors.
Oh yeah, that was a tough moment right there. Reyes putting the team on his back, trying to make something happen, but he's down right now. We got an injury timeout here, and we're definitely going to give some space for the medical team to come over and make sure the kids are safe as we get ready for the conclusion of this game here.
All right, he gets up under his own power, and we'll head to the sideline. That's a good sign for sure.
And unofficially, the winner of this game, which, as you mentioned earlier, sure looks like it's going to be the Warriors here, will be playing Honoka'a next week for the playoff finals.
And that will be over at Keao Cougar Stadium there in Keao. So if you'd like to attend that, we urge you to do so. Support our high school athletes and all their athletic endeavors, whatever it may be, football, basketball, soccer, wrestling, you name it. They're out here to perform and enjoy themselves and have some good memories of high school athletics. Thank you for being a part of it. If you're a parent or just a volunteer or someone who just cares about the kids enjoying themselves in high school. Third down. 3rd and 3. Oh, there's our first fumble of the game. How about that? 6 minutes left in the ball game. That's our first fumble, and despite all the rain we've had today.
Reyes picked up the fumble, but he just wasn't able to do anything with it. We had a whole swarm of Warriors sniffing out that ball. They weren't able to pick up the fumble, but it is 4th down here for the Cowboys. This is a real tough time for them as they try and put some points on the board.
Now it looks like they're going to go ahead and kick it.
Well, unless there's some trickery.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could think of, but I wouldn't suspect. They're going to try to get their defense to hold one time and I'll let them score again. But before they do that, the whistle goes off. Timeout for Kohala. Maybe they did have a little trickery up their sleeve on this one here. Might as well. Not much time left on the clock.
You know, and as they gather together, something interesting about these Kamehameha Warriors is they have been making their calls. They've been making their shifts in Olelo. So they've been speaking Hawaiian between themselves. They've been learning with their teammates, and it seems like it's really creating this tight-knit unit as they continue to march forward in these playoff situations.
I always think that's a unique aspect of Kamehameha able to do that, speaking Hawaiian. Boy, you can imagine what that does to other teams, wondering what's going on. Just in your head to speak of. Oh, what are they saying?
Wait a minute. Cowboys are back on the field. They're lined up for a fourth down opportunity.
Why not? Nope. Ball goes over on downs. But, I mean, you're trailing 54-0. You might as well go ahead and give it a go here. Now you're just hoping your defense can hold one more time and not let them get to the 61 mark. Or the 62 mark, I should say, as they'll go for 2.
No, that's a big deal. You definitely don't want to get into the 60s, and you definitely don't want to give up that big of a burger to these Warriors at this time on their own senior night. You know, you want to let them celebrate, but you don't want to give up that much.
So, and you would think, I'm sorry, the chuckle there, but the freshman quarterback is still playing. Well, why wouldn't he? Well, because he's a freshman. Oh, almost had another touchdown. But what I'm getting at is he's a freshman. We want him to play more. We want him to get more game experience.
He's been dropping dimes all night. That was right in the receiver's hands. I mean, that was a 30-yard pass. Almost made it in the end zone once again. That was a big route. I got to say, man, they're sharp. They're making their cuts, and they're getting into the open field, which is just hard for these Cowboys to keep up with.
I will tell you this. If he continues on the route that he's at right now, boy, this Kamehameha team is going to be a team to be reckoned with in the near future, boy. Next year, him as a sophomore, boy, you talk about having some confidence coming back out here again. This team is really something to look forward to next year, even though they got another ball game next week versus Honoka'a. That'll be a good one to check out. Both teams scoring big against their opponent. And now they got to meet each other. Not sure if Honoka'a has played Kamehameha yet this year. Clock running, 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Short little screen. Oh, this is a good-looking screen. Oh, this is a very good-looking screen.
Flags.
And there's a flag. Is it?
Oh, yeah. There's a couple flags on the field.
Boy, that was a good-looking screen, though. I tell you what, they had all the blockers in front of him. Started to cruise on the far sideline. But it'll all go for naught. They'll bring it back.
And that's the thing. That's the difference. They've been patiently running all evening. They've been waiting for their blockers, even downfield, and finding the seams when they open up. That's been the big difference here for the Warriors, and that's why they've been able to put so many points on the board. They've been doing it in the air. They've been doing it on the ground. They've just been making it happen. This is a version of the Warriors that if I were a high school player, I certainly would not want to line up against.
All right, coming down to the last minute or so left in the ball game. Kamehameha will be winning, unless they score again, 54-0 to close out things and head for the championship game, Division II in Keau versus Honoka'a, the Dragons. Let's see here. They got less than a minute. Are they going to go hurry up and try to score again?
They sure are, J.E.
It looks like it, boy. He's got some get up and go. He's telling Coach, come on, Coach, let's go. Another screen. No good on this one. The ball goes incomplete. And that'll be pretty much the ball game as Kamehameha will defeat Kohala by a score of 54-0. This will be the last play of the ball game. And he'll go to no good. It sure looked like it was going to be good. And that'll be the ball game. Kohala goes down in defeat 54-0. Kamehameha has another week of practice, followed by a championship game versus Honoka'a.
And this is exactly how you would want your inaugural game in the renovated Paea field to be. I mean, they were firing on all cylinders. It's 54-0, the end of the game. Big end of the season performance from the Warriors. Big effort from the Kohala Cowboys. Just not enough gas in the tank to make it happen. But this was some good old-fashioned Big Island football.
So again, congratulations to the Kamehameha Hawaii High School Warriors, headed to the championship of BIIF Division II. All right, thank you again for tuning on into our ball game tonight. Thank you to Thane Milhoen and Keala for helping us out. Stay as dry as we possibly can, which is not very dry, to put it mildly. But again, thank you very much for tuning on in. We look forward to seeing you again on another athletic endeavor of our high school athletes right here on NLTV Sports. Anything, John?
Oh, yeah. Big mahalo, J.E., for letting me join you here on J.E. on the Bench, putting high school sports at the forefront of the conversation, and I love to see it, and I'm honored to be a part of it. Big mahalo to the whole community for listening in on NLTV.
All right. For Juan Espinal, my name is J.E. Orozco. You've been watching J.E. on the Bench. Again, on your final 54 for Kamehameha, 0 for Kohala. Until we meet again, we bid you a fond aloha.